Hey guys, are we live? Hold on. Guys, are we live? Yeah, we're live. Oh, am I on the right channel? Oh, okay. Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome to Vixen After Dark. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapped in, and turned on. I'm your host, Leticia. If you guys have not already joined the fam, please make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button and click the bar next to it. That way you guys are notified every time I go live. So let's talk about it. What's up, kids in the building? How are you? Okay, we got the comments here. Thanks for tuning in. How you been? What's new? What's crack-a-lackin'? So if you guys are new here, we're going to talk about what's been going on. We're going to do your moon reading today. So moon is in Scorpio right now. It's going to be here all the way until, I think, early Friday, I want to say. Today's what, Wednesday? Your phone is dying. Oh, dang it. You need that portable charger or whatever. So if you guys are new here, what I do is I do timestamps. That way you guys can refer to them later as far as what we're going to be talking about. So we're going to learn the energy of moon in Scorpio. If you have a moon in Scorpio today, we'll talk about that. That way people can understand you a little bit more. And then also, you know, I always go into the collective and how we're going to be feeling as far as self, our emotions, love and relationships, money and career. And then I'll also tap into maybe just a couple of aspects. And then I'll go into the actual collective energy reading as well. And then I'll probably pull out the wheel to do all signs. Hi, Purple Magic. Peaceful greetings, Goddess Heart. I'm lovely, better than amazing. Thanks for asking. So let's go ahead and tap in, y'all. Let's talk about it. How are you guys been feeling? Like, what's going on with y'all? Because, man, Scorpio energy can be it's the most sexual and intense sign of the zodiac, guys. We're just throwing that out there, a little FYI. So if you've been feeling this deep transformational energy, hence this is why. Okay. So we all know that as far as moon and Scorpio, right? Let's get into it. Let's tap in. So moon and Scorpio energy, right? You guys all know that its ruler this is Mars energy, guys. Okay, and the co-ruler is Pluto, so we all should know these things. It's also a fixed feminine water energy. And the moon actually falls here, so it's an uncomfortable placement. Hence why probably, like I said, a lot of you probably been feeling, you know, maybe your shadow side might be wanting to play. You know, Scorpio does rule the color of black, so it's kind of like, it may feel like dark within the world, or the topics you hear online, or even within yourself, like around you, okay? So the moon is very uncomfortable here. And it's like, ain't nobody safe. When the moon is in Scorpio, ain't nobody safe. It's very revealing. And remember, it also rules the 8th house, right? So that's why it rules like sex, death, inheritances, shared resources, like having sexual unions, self-sacrificing energy, other people's money as well, metaphysics, integration, things of that nature. So it rules 8th house energy, right? So let's kind of get to know the moon and Scorpio people. That way you kind of know what we're dealing with on a collective scale. So if you do have a moon and Scorpio energy, you know, they feel everything on a whole nother level. Remember, it is a water energy, so they're deep in the ocean. Like, I'm talking deep. They probably see a whole nother world in the ocean. That's how deep Scorpio energy is, right? So, but they're loyal. They're so loyal to their friends, family, like to their crew. Like, they're very loyal people. You know, once they got your back, ain't no letting go, period. Okay, as far as that goes. I know that for a fact. But they do have like this inner strength within them. It's kind of like whatever life throws at them, they take it and they still come out on top, like some form or fashion. For the most part, if you're dealing with a higher octave Scorpio energy. So they're really deep thinkers as well. So they actually like to talk maybe more to people that, I would say, that can go deep with them in conversation. like talk about stars, moons, and quasars, and they like to learn from other people. And they also see through people's bullshit with like x-ray glasses. Okay, so you know, you got to watch out. There's also like a jealous streak that Moon and Scorpio energy can hold. It can get really ugly as well, so they don't mess around when it comes to like the trust factor, I should say. Okay, if they feel betrayed in any kind of way, they're going to be out for blood. You know, plus this is the reason why they can be hella secretive. So like I said, with the moon's falling here, things will get revealed. You can't hide anything when it's in Scorpio, because if the moon falls here. So it's kind of like they also keep their emotions really locked up, like tighter than Fort Knox, baby, let me tell you. Okay, to learn a Moon and Scorpio energy and to allow them to actually pour into you about the things that they're going through, they have to trust you. They really, like, you got to be showing up and showing out for a Moon and Scorpio energy, or else you're not gonna break them open, period. You know, they're not anyone to mess with, for sure. Also too, on the same token of that, they can get very obsessed with stuff, material things, or people. You know that's and letting go is not their strong suit. It's hard for them to let go of people, places, and things. Like, if you know a Moon and Scorpio person, they probably have like all these knickknacks from every place they've ever been, or people that have given them things from like 20 years ago, and it's like they keep everything, but that's like hoarding energy in a sense. If you really think about it, it's hard for them to just throw something away. You know, so anyways, if you cross a Moon in Scorpio, they're gonna remember that for ages, and they might come back for payback. Some do, some don't, and they'll sting you real bad. And sometimes, depending on like how they're doing it or when they're doing it, they can also actually sting themselves back too, depending on how they react and respond, right? They're fixing, you are so adorable. Oh, thank you. So their emotional responses, excuse me, hold on. I feel like I have to burp. Every time I do readings, I feel like I have to burp. There we go. So their emotional responses can either empower somebody, you know, and help them overcome challenges. You know what I mean? Like that's like they could heal other people too. It's like they have this subconscious act about them, as far as, you know, being a catalyst for you to change, for you to like help yourself in a sense. And they do this without thinking. It's like a subconscious thing. They don't realize that they're doing it, but they're doing it. And this is why, hence why they might sometimes sting their own goddamn selves, right? But they heal people too. But if not handled well, they can have that self-destructive kind of behavior, you know? So yeah, so now you kind of get the gist. Let's talk about the collective and how the collective is going to be feeling during this time. So let's talk about self and our emotions as far as the collective energy. Just think that when the moon is in Scorpio, I just say take it easy. Like, you might want to just do some like self-transformation is like really just highlighting up there, you know, because fears, doubt, Moon and Scorpio energy doesn't like to be in fear. They don't like to have someone doubt them. They don't like to be abandoned. They don't like rejection. So if you are facing these things while the moon's in Scorpio, I mean, you can kind of see why. So I would kind of like, you know, sit in the corner. Like for me, like yesterday, I did not go live. I knew my shadow was out to play, honey. I did not go live. I was like, yeah, we're gonna go live tomorrow. Because, man, so I'm just being real. I'm dealing with this stuff too, just like y'all, right? So I know when, like, I may not be in a favorable energy, I'm not going to put that on y'all and go live with it. You know what I'm saying? I might go on other platforms for that. You know, this channel is the green channel. We're going to keep green checks on here. I thought it was just me. I wonder what makes the air get stuck in our throats. Right, as readers, thank you, because I'm not the only one. You know, other people I see, it's the same thing. Mine's too. Didn't talk to too many people yesterday. Yeah, so yesterday or today, if you feel like you had like this dark cloud around you, it's probably your shadow, actually more prominent energy that's out. Your shadow or people's ego, just chilling, just wanting to play. You know what I'm saying? Like some people might be stuck on the conversations of what's going on in the world and participate in that, you know, and go in on that. So very revealing energy. So I just stay more to myself in that case. Like I'm more observant. I've used the Scorpio energy to observe or research or learn something. That's hence why I didn't go live yesterday. So anyways, we're here though today. Like it's a better vibe. It's just like, I'm like, who else feels this way? I had to, talk to a couple friends like, okay, let's get it going because we're back. But anyway, so just so that you're all aware of that. Really intense vibes for the most part. As far as self, your emotions could be really deep as well too. It's like it's like digging and finding your own soul. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like. It feels like your raw, true self, like just naked almost in a sense. But yeah, so Scorpio moons, they feel everything on a whole nother level. So as a collective, we're going to be feeling things on a whole nother level. Like I was explaining to you, it's like we're all on this quest to really understand and overstand ourselves during this time. So like I said, you might want to take a back seat, have several seats while the moon is in Scorpio. I wasn't outside either, only to like meditate or be under the sun, like dealing with people. I didn't want to deal with any humans whatsoever. That's just me though. So get to learn your energy, and your core emotions and actually alchemize it and do other productive things with when you know that something is in a detriment and you make that, you turn it into your, you know what I'm saying? So, as far as love and relationships, yes, indeed. That's wild about the burping thing. dig deeper and tell me what comes up because I'm interested too. I've been actually wanting to know that for the last couple of months because I do it every single time. I don't know if it's like, I thought it was me because, as a, like being a channel or something like that. I don't know. But I see it happens to other readers too. It's weird, or astrologers, or I'm like, see, just did it again. I don't know what it is. So as far as love and relationships, guys, now you could take this energy and you can be very passionate because you got to remember where the Scorpio energy is ruled, which this is why they're like the most sexual, deep energy. So you can be very passionate if you have someone to love on, if you're dating someone, or if you're not, you could be really horny, like you might be more carnal energy you might recognize online. I know me, I was all up in the bathroom doing a selfie like, oh, I'm looking good today. Oh, short shorts. Like, that's one of my other alter egos. But, that was the Scorpio energy right there. Feeling like that divine, sexual, feminine energy that's within me. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, so as far as love and relationships, it can feel like you're, like things can get really heated up and on fire. And it doesn't have to be like an actual loving relationship. This could even be like your intimate connections as well, because it's 8th house energy, right? So anyone that you talk to all the time, or, you know what I'm saying? Like you guys can go really deep or get deep, But needless to say, if you are in an actual relationship, this also can look like, or you have your other connections, whatever ship you're sailing, business partnership, friendship, side piece ship, whatever it is, right? Co-workership, whatever it is, whatever ship it is, this could be like, feel like an emotional roller coaster. Like 1 minute you're good, the next minute you're like, what the hell is that? And the next minute you're like, I don't care about none of this. And the next minute you're just like, so it can feel very woo, okay? On the positive side though, like I said, hot and steamy, deep connections are happening. On the negative, there could be the jealousy, the, let me see your phone kind of a vibe. Who is that? Where are you going? That possessiveness can come in as well, even with friends. You know what I'm saying? So like you could be like, why don't you invite me? Why don't you call me? Why don't you answer my phone calls? Stuff like that. Like people go crazy with moons in Scorpio. I see it like happen a lot. You can see this online playing out. Just go watch a live video and scroll. When it comes to money and career, People will be on a mission. Okay, like I said, find a way to transmit the energy. So for me, I did some researching. I tapped in a couple of live videos to learn. Scorpio likes to deep. They're kind of like the Nancy Drews in a sense. They like investigative kind of things. You can do that, you know what I mean? But I was like learning, putting myself in a book or an educator online and tap it in. Just took space for myself, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to money and career, you know, you could be on the mission to really transform your life when the moon is in Scorpio during this time. What do you want to do to succeed? You could really be thinking about these things and mapping it out and planning it out. Because this energy, it's like nobody wants to hear no. No is not going to be the answer. So people will probably be, you know, doing things to get that yes, or you know what I'm saying? As far as when it comes to like money and career energy. So this can make you feel, you can be ambitious if you play this energy right. You can still get things done, and some people don't want to do nothing. You'd rather sit back, maybe relax, like I said, learn something, or you might just plan something out and not deal with anybody. You know what I mean? And just really be in your head, because that's that secretive Scorpio observant kind of a vibe that plays out. So don't feel bad if you didn't like hit some tasks yesterday, which was a Mars day where you take action. Maybe you took action in another form, okay? So don't beat yourself up over the head. I used to do that to myself all the time. But yeah, so either you can have like some serious breakthroughs, you can really transform. I think I said that already, but you know, there can also be power struggles. Like, let's say, for example, you go to work and your boss might be an a-hole because of something, because he's got the badge on, you know, telling you what to do and all that stuff. So power struggles in the workplace, you know, or people wanting to seek revenge, terrible, right? Or plotting revenge. Especially if someone feels like they've been wronged, or you know, somebody did something to them. So that's why I said, look at online and you will see like one snide comment, remark, reply. It's like people are going in. So overall, pretty much for the most part, as far as the collective, it's going to be a roller coaster of emotions. It probably may have already been for you. I don't know. You can deepen some connections. You got to watch out for the jealous tendencies and things of that nature, and the vengeful tendencies. You don't want to do that because you might end up stinging yourself. So just stay determined, try and level up and have healthy outlets for yourself. That way you can have a breakthrough in your career or your business or whatever it is that you have going on. Stay focused, because this is a dark side of the moon, I would like to call it, and it's a wild ride. Okay. And so Friday, I think Friday, early Friday or late Friday, depending on where you're at in the world, it's going to go into a fire energy, which is Sagittarius. Okay. And Sag likes to feel free. So imagine what's going on right now as far as like connections and all these things, and then boom, it's going to switch up. It's giving, well, I don't want to put that out there for people, but yeah, you catch my drift. Sag likes to feel free. So watch when the moon goes into Sag. Since everybody held everything in during moon in Scorpio, here comes Sag, everyone wanting to express all those things that they were holding in. It gets very interesting. I remember the last time this happened, everything was all in, and then here goes Elon Musk. He put on Twitter, you can't see only a certain amount of tweets or scroll a certain amount. So everybody named Mama was talking about it. Even I did a tweet about it. I'm like, that's so funny, because the moon is in Sag right now, and Sag doesn't like to be in a box, so people felt like they were boxed up but have limited tweets and couldn't see everything. So the internet just got shook because of that. You know what I mean? So that's just an example. So imagine what's going to happen, right? A little cosmic drama for you. Let's talk about some aspects that are playing out as I'm watching this. As I'm looking at these charts, I'm only going to talk about a couple of them just so you know what energy is playing out and how you could be feeling possibly. So for one, we do have Mercury having a quincunx, aka Quincy, what we call it on this channel. Mercury's having a quincy with Neptune, but also Venus is having a quincy with Neptune at the same time, and Venus is also retrograding Mercury and Venus are in the sign of Leo, which is fire energy. And Venus is also having a quincy with Pluto, which is also retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. Neptune's also in Pisces. Okay, so let's break this down just a little bit. Mercury, the planet of communication, so communication can get a little bit of get wild a little bit, especially while the moon's here chilling in Scorpio, right? You know, people might talk a big game, you know, but they might not be saying exactly what it is that they want to say. Hence why we have Moon and Sag coming up. That's when you'll see all of that, right? But for now, it's kind of like some people's words might get caught in a fog. Like you might not want to talk to anybody. With this energy, there's misunderstandings, confusion. Love might be a little hazy right now in that department as well, because this is Venus energy playing out too. So you may have like unrealistic expectations or delusions playing out because it's dealing with Neptune as well. What else? Because Neptune can really play some tricks, okay, on all of our hearts, in the heart space department. And you got to remember the sun is also in Leo too. So it's like illuminating that. Trust issues could pop up too with this energy, because it can be really hard to see things like straight through when Neptune is like pulling the strings here. Okay, you gotta remember Mercury and Venus are having a quincy with Neptune right now. But on the positive side, you guys know I like to give you, there's always a negative and a positive. Just because you were having a quincy, aka a challenge, doesn't mean that there's some good that may not come out of it. Even with squares or oppositions, you could turn it into something positive, right? So even though this could be a wild ride and a nice little cosmic dance that you could be having, there's a silver lining to it all. You know what I'm saying? You know, Mercury in the sign of Leo, which is a fire energy, you can use this to be bold, be creative, express yourself in a different form or fashion, do something different. This can also make conversations a little bit more vibrant. You know, people could be original and maybe even full of life when they're speaking to you. Very colorful energy, right? So you might have a lot of ideas. You know, you and your friends on the phone like, yeah, I kind of want to do that. Oh, I think this would be a good idea if you did that. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? Like confidence can go through the roof too with this energy. It can really skyrocket. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna execute this and I'm gonna do that. This is also that brutally honest energy too, so keeping it real, keeping it a whole buck might be a theme. So that can be a double-edged sword. So this energy can really lead to some serious breakthroughs with this aspects here and everything that's kind of playing out. And then you got to remember the Venus retrograde energy is really pulling on our heartstrings and tapping into our connections, our relationships. Because you also got to recognize Mars and North Node in Aries and South Node in Libra is activated now. It's switched up. So, you know, it's really taking us on a journey of self-discovery, who we want in our life, who we don't. Heart chakra activated, whether you like it or not. So it's like, woo, it's taking us really on a journey. Some people may feel insecure, you know, especially with this energy while the moon's in Scorpio. Your insecurities might come up. You might know where you're a little insecure, or if you have any fear or doubt within certain things, like you might notice that about yourself during this time. So peep game on that, and then this is what you need to know, this is what you need to do to work on, right? So it's all for a higher purpose. So don't beat yourself up with all of this energy playing out. Take it easy, but acknowledge it. Be aware of what's going on and what's playing out. You know what I'm saying? That way you can like work through the fog that could be playing out with all this Neptunian energy. So, you know, you can heal old wounds, do shadow work. I feel like shadow work would have been perfect when the sun was in Cancer, but you can still also, it's always good to do shadow work anytime, but you know, I'm just saying. So keep your eyes peeled, guys. Stay mindful of the words that you are throwing around. Be patient with others during this time, especially if you have a relationship. It could be a little bit of a bumpy road, but just remember, this is all a part of growing and evolving and elevating, right? Yeah, because the moon is sextiling with Mars. It's also on the same token opposing Jupiter and Uranus. So that's what I said. Just take it easy, okay? Wait till it goes into Sag, and then express yourself. If you're struggling right now. Let's get into it, y'all. Who's ready for the collective? Scat Pack, looking beautiful. Keep the good vibes, energy going. Thank you for tuning in. I've been really contemplating my childhood memories yesterday. See, that's another thing. I was doing that too. I actually was looking at like old photo albums of myself. I'm actually building a photo album right now. I'm old school. I like to have pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like, screw this digital stuff. I'm super old school. I will get pictures printed out, and I've been putting them in this I'm like on the second photo album now, and even found old photos of myself too. So yeah, I was like excited. And it also, that's another form of inner childhood healing, because it kind of, all we are really at the end of the day is a goddamn memory, if you really think about it. Right? So when I was doing the photo album, it was more like a healing vibe. It was healing me because I was also able to ask questions. I wrote down all my questions as far as what I want to ask my parents about certain pictures, people. Who's that? Like, I don't even, like, some of the memories, I don't even remember who it was in the goddamn photo. I got like 57 cousins and shit. And I don't even remember. Hi, Abina, how are you? I like your name. Jesus, I don't even want to say it. I might butcher it. That's triple A right there. That's like new beginnings, the birthing of something new. You be creating shit, making stuff happen. All right, so let's get into it. I'm gonna leave the charts up here. Let's go ahead and tap into the energy first as far as everybody. And see what we got going on. Okay. Let's get into it. This is my happy place, doing the readings and everything, but you know, I gotta let y'all know what's going on. That way you know you're not tripping. Okay, what do we have for the collective? What do they need to see? And this involves numerology as well. I like to incorporate that. And then I'll do the Tarotstrology, which is tarot and astrology with that deck. So we can make sense of it. It's an African name. Oh, nice. All right. Yeah, we're trying to get out of stuff. Look, it all tied up, came out in reverse. So let's go ahead and tap in, guys. Financial restraints. Okay. So card number 13. So some of us have been taking action as far as, maybe this could be like transmitting energy, as far as like maybe you're working on your passions, you're working on building your foundation. You could be working a job and building a business, or you could be building, you know, you could have multiple streams of income. So it's like paying attention to your money. So this is a cute little reminder. If you are a person that's doing a little bit of overspending, you want to be careful, because Venus is retrograding, which rules the second house of, you know, the people, places, and things that we value, right? So be careful. Just look at, if you are a person that's doing overspending, or making big, because sometimes you have to, but as far as big purchases, I do little small ones. Like I spent like a little cute little hundo at Barnes & Noble's, got books. I also got a deck too. I'm so excited. I got the Cali Oracle. This is going to be fire. But yeah, books and stuff like that. So make sure it's something of substance to you that's going to benefit you. If you are going to make, you know, slap a cute little note on something, you know what I'm saying? So it's just allowing us to remember that. Also, too, it could be the people around us, too. With that number 3 here, you know, sometimes whoever we're with, you could be taking care of kids, or you have an actual mate, or it's like, you know, sometimes the people around you it's like you're putting out more than they are. You know what I mean? So you have to pay attention to that. Are you always the person that is, you know, not with the kids, we're not going to include that because that's your duty, right? Responsibility and obligation right there. But I'm talking like when you go out with friends and stuff like that, you know, the people that you're around the most, are you always paying? You know, pay attention to these things. Or are they like, is it one hand wash the other? Oh, I got you last time. Oh, you're going to give me this time. Like, is it one hand wash the other? Is it reciprocity, or is it not? Okay, because some people also too, you can think of not physically speaking, but you can think of this as like you being the esoteric bag, and also paying attention to your energy. Okay, paying attention to, is someone draining your energy? Are they plugging into your Wi-Fi? Like, you know what I'm saying? And getting internet from you, but you can never go get internet from them. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like as far as you being the coin, you being the bag, like you being you having all the energy, and this could be depleting you. You know what I'm saying? You could look at it like that too. Esoterically speaking, you could look at it like that. So anyway, so I did have appreciation came out. So giving people their flowers while they're still here is going to be very prominent. I feel like a lot of people are taking action on that, especially with this Venus energy that's playing out. It's really causing us to really focus. Like I said, taking a good look at our relationships right now during this time, taking a good look at our connections. Number 5 is a feminine number. So, you know, also it's like telling people that they're doing a good job as well, giving people their flowers, appreciating them for maybe teaching you a few things or learning from them, or you're just proud of, you know, their progress and things of that nature. You also got to do that for yourself too. So I kind of like that this came out. So whatever your passions, gift, talent, or skill is, you know, you also have to celebrate your wins too. Okay, be proud of how far you've came and how far you've made it during this time. No more spending, need to buy a house soon. Exactly, right? See, you got goals in mind. I like it. So all tied up. So we could be very tied up as far as this could literally mean you could be tied up within your emotions, or you could be tied up with your actions. So this looks like this could be like overworking or having too many opportunities, too many things on your plate to get done. This could be just your feelings, how you're feeling right now at this time. Maybe it's like you're just too into your emotions and feelings, and it's like with that moon and Scorpio energy, it's like, oh, you could be holding it all in, you know? So find some healthy ways to exercise, utilizing your throat chakra and getting that out, whether this is journaling, writing a letter, like I call them ghost letters. Like you may not send that letter or mail it out, but you know, it's good for you to have. And depending on the context of which you're writing the letter, either you're going to burn it or you're going to keep it for your purpose, whatever it is for you personally. So we could be all tied up with a lot of things. I know a lot of people are worried about their finances. The wind is crazy right now. A lot of people could be more into the love department, so, or both. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, pay attention to that and make sure maybe ease up on some things, or make sure you have a nice balance, right? You really want to have a nice balance, especially when it comes to your creative endeavors. Some people can be so deep into the creative endeavors that they don't give time to, like, for self-care or even talk to friends or family. You know, you could be, even though it's a positive thing that you're in, but you can still neglect other things as well. So you got to be careful of that too. And also, you know, if you're too tied up in your emotions or your feelings right now, you might be in a detriment somewhere else. So it's all about having a nice balance, work-life balance, you know, also enjoying life, like actually being excited to be here. You know what I'm saying? That you can breathe, you have 2 eyes, 2 hands, 2 feet, a mouth to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like gratitude, okay? Gratitude and balance will be key. Just some cute little reminders. We do also have adjacent possibilities. I feel like this keeps coming out forever, because we do have Uranus in Taurus, Jupiter's in Taurus. So having those opportunities to have, you know, the life that we want to live, to see the aesthetics, to be the aesthetic, like to have the material possessions, to have that foundation, that solid foundation, to celebrate life, right? So many possibilities, many different things happening from left and right. Let me give you an example of this. So I was like, you know what, I'm putting the energy out there of the people that I want to receive in my life, as far as I want someone to be, as far as like, you know, reciprocity, like you support me, I support you, you know, we into the same things. If I want to have a deep conversation about, you know, stars, moons, and quasars, it'll be there. So I've been putting the energy out, and guess what? It's coming back. I didn't know how it was going to happen, because that's not for us to worry about the how of it all. Unless you're putting action towards something, right? Unless you're doing something. How you react and respond is always going to matter in that case. But as far as like, you know, the wondering of why, or when I should say, that's, you don't worry about it. You just keep doing you, right, on your journey. So for me, the way that it's happening, it's like unexpected. So it's an adjacent possibility. It's things happening in a different way that you didn't think that it was going to happen. But it's a good thing that it's happening. So, and also too, this is the number 2 could be feminine, and then 4 is masculine. So equaling the number 6, like I said, reciprocity. So it's like whatever energy you're pouring out, whatever you're dishing out, you're going to be receiving that back. And this could be negative or positive in your life. So just pay attention to how you are. Dang, Pepper, you got cat hair all over my cup. Uh, just pay attention to your actions, you know what I'm saying? Because you can put yourself in a detriment or it can be a benefit. You know, asset, liability, which one are you? It's just a little reminder for that. Pepper, you're all over the cards. What did I talk about? Oh, next we have, we have Archangel Ariel here, the second chakra. So this is a lot of, I like this number 36 because it equals 9, like 369 energy. So you never know how things will play out with those numbers. You know what I'm saying? Those are like the missing numbers. Those are like the keys, like cracking the code. So I feel like with that, it's like having opportunities, having people, however you're going to create something. It's like, I don't want to say things coming out of thin air, but it's like, however you're going about life, it may not happen exactly the way that you want it, especially with all these, with retrograde season happening too. So it's like, utilize that creative energy to really make something of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Make anything that seemed impossible, make it a possibility for you. There's a lot of things that are playing out here, guys, to where you could be the go-to, the plug, the key. It's just all about working on self. Hey, Pepperoni, we're gonna have to you're gonna have to like slide on over. Sorry, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on, guys. I want to pull up the Tarotstrology. So those are some cute little reminders for us as far as the energy. Let's pull up this Tarotstrology. You guys don't forget to thumbs up the videos you're watching, or comment and chat with me while you're here. You can share this out to your Twitter. Somebody might need to hear a message. Oh, heck no. Ooh, I can't stand flies. Is that door open? Oh, the door's open. Somebody's wondering something. All right, let's get into it. We're gonna do the Tarotstrology portion. So this is the Spirit Cosmo deck. I love this deck, honey baby. I can't take my hands off this deck right here. This is the Truth Seeker right here. So this is Tarot mixed with astrology. That's how I like to read, honestly. So let's get some reminders for the collective as far as what we need to be paying attention to. What do we need clarity on as far as all of the planets coming out here. What's today? Wednesday? Today's Merculus. Today is Mercury Day. All right, some cute little reminders for us. Let's see what comes up. Ooh, many cards are in reverse. Moon and Scorpio. Moon and Scorpio. Okay, so let's talk about it. Now, making sure that we are utilizing our intuition. High Priestess in reverse, okay? Don't neglect your gut feelings right now. If you feel something, this is now the time to really pay attention to your intuition and your gut at this time, especially while we have the sun moving into Leo, okay? You need to be making sure you are, how do I say it? You need to use your own mind during this time, pretty much for the most part. And I feel like some people aren't doing that. And the moon energy, this is also moon energy too. So some things may be revealing. This is transformative energy, like I said. So some people are probably going through it. You might not want to express yourself. You might not want to talk to nobody. You might not want to deal with nothing right now during this time with this High Priestess energy. So it's like really, like I said, deep transformative energy. This is very intense, so make sure you are utilizing your gut and your intuition to guide you. You know, our whole lives we were taught to look outside of ourselves for everything. These are the teachers, the counselors, you know, you name it, right? So it's like they've been forcing us or programming us to always go outside of self, always go outside. Outside, 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 external, 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 right? So now it's time we need to go inward. This is how you find self. This is how you find yourself. So you have to trust your intuition and your gut. Some people may not be utilizing that right now during this time, okay? And also too, if you're a person, depending on, you know, everybody's different. Everybody has different keys within themselves, right? Hence why I got this book. Let me give you an example of this. There's also, you know, like the gene keys in human design. That's what I mean when I say that. So it's kind of like, how do I say this? It's kind of like for you, like depending on who you are, if you're really tuned in, tapped in, you're more of an emotional person, then you have to like make sure that you get out of that feeling. Like let's say for example, you're a person that could actually really read people. Like you feel the weight of the world, you feel all of their emotions. So you have to, it takes time for you to filter and figure out what your own emotions are, right? If it's yours. So when that happens, or if you're a person that's happening to, if that happens to you, you have to make sure not to make any informed decisions until after the feeling surpasses. So AKA being a little bit patient, so that way you can learn to trust your intuition and your gut, right? Very, very important. We do also have here Empress card in reverse. I don't like seeing this. High Priestess and Empress card in reverse. It's giving manipulation. Scorpio energy. It's giving manipulation. We're also, remember, Venus is retrograding right now, okay, in the sign of Leo. So you don't, try not to manipulate in a negative way, like as far as, we're all here to manipulate energy in some form or fashion, but I'm talking like master manipulation to get the things that you want and need, stepping on people's toes, not utilizing any integrity whatsoever. It's giving secretive, it's giving behind the back, it's giving stinger energy, for real, straight up. So we want to do the opposite, guys, okay? When you do things more out of love, out of integrity, then you actually have things that good or grand that'll happen to you. This looks like to me somebody might be, you could be holding on to energies that maybe aren't for you. Sometimes when you attach yourself to certain energies, people, places, or things, it may not be for your betterment, okay? If you see that, you know, a lot of negative, if you're in a negative loop or a negative cycle, it's like 1 minute you're good for a couple of weeks and then you go back to the same cycle where you just want to remove yourself from the world. And you know what I mean? Like you feel abandoned, you're an escape artist, like you just mood swings, like you're just in a detriment altogether, and this keeps happening over and over and over and over. You might be attaching yourself to an energy that's not grand for you. You could be calling upon energy that's not so great. So we have to pay attention to those things, guys. Okay? Ace of Wands in reverse too. Damn. So this is like being afraid to take on new opportunities, afraid to take risks, okay? Aces bring new beginnings. So in order to have a new beginning, we have to make sure we're removing old programming. We're removing outdated ways of doing things or saying things. We have to move different, because it's going to be like you look crazy if you think that doing the same thing for years is going to be like, you're going to evolve and grow, okay? So some of us have to like kind of let go of those things. This is a cute little reminder. You know, this is fire energy. If you want to take action, you may have to take action in a different way so that you can have new opportunities show up. That way you can be operating in the North Node energy. North Node is in Aries right now as well. So it's like, we need to be trying new things. Take calculated risks. You know what I'm saying? Just get out there. You won't know yourself if you don't experience new things. You know what I'm saying? We all got to do it. This is how we learn. This is how we evolve. You'll find out, oh, I really don't like potato chips. You know what I mean? Like, because I actually tried them. Instead of, you know how you see something, you're like, ew, that's nasty. You know, caviar, snails, stuff like that. It's like you saying, no, I don't like it, but you never tried it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a tendency to kind of do that down here on Ghetto Earth, right? So taking action, guys, have new beginnings. Making sure you're taking action on anything that you're passionate about, you know, whether it's people, places, and things. You know, your creative endeavors, any talent, gift, or skill that you have. Keep going hard on it. Don't give up on yourself, okay? There's always a deeper meaning to everything. We have the Eight of Chalices in reverse. This is that Scorpio energy coming out. It's kind of like, you know, right now people might, the easiest thing to do is what? Kind of be carnal, manipulate, you know, sex. It's all sitting there. It's like everything like surface level. It's giving surface level. When Scorpio actually, think of the energy as a collective, loves to go deep, okay? Anything that's easy and it's not challenging, Moon and Scorpio energy, nope. it's like no, there's no fun there. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is the energy that's kind of playing out. So the carnal, what's the other word they're looking for besides carnal? Like more primal energy could be floating around, which totally makes sense with Moon and Scorpio energy. Whether you're doing it to yourself or with somebody else, you know what I'm saying? So on the lighter side, guys, we do have here having breakthroughs, okay? Ace of Swords. This is giving breakthrough energy. Whether you're having a breakthrough with some type of self-transformation, you may discover some things about yourself. You're like, you know what? I put myself in the fire. I tried something. I know it's not good for me. I made the right decision to not do this anymore before, but I wanted to test myself to see if this is something that I wanted to go through or not. Breakthrough moment right there, boom, okay? Whether this is having a breakthrough within business, whether this is having a breakthrough with actually doing new things that you don't have a map for, aka activating your North Node. Maybe you're usually an introvert and now you're actually getting out there and meeting people and talking to them. You know, now you have a grand friendship out of it, or a business partner. You know what I'm saying? Like breakthrough, okay? So it's giving breakthrough energy. I like that. It's giving, you know, having new conversations, new people, okay? It's sword energy, it's air energy. So just kind of like, whew, you know, anytime I think of the word air, it's a good energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So yeah, working with people, and this is why I said that too, because 3 of Chalices came out too. Working with people that are like-minded, you know what I'm saying? Coming together and actually supporting one another. We need a little bit of love and support. Actually, a lot of it. There's a lot of headlines playing out right now, especially with gender wars and things of that nature. Like, we need to show some support and love. We need to back each other up on whatever stance that you believe in, you know? This is also Cancer and Pluto energy. It's like that deep transformational energy. But I like this because it's actually like, you know, as people are, let's call it waking up, so you know what I'm talking about. But as everyone's kind of elevating, right? Elevating their mind, getting out of the 3D mindset and going to maybe 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9D, having these conversations with people, really conjuring things up, really coming together as one, having having chemistry too, and just really feeling good about it and yummy and nurturing those connections with that Cancer energy. Celebrating life, coming together, like, you know, so surrounding yourself with people that, you know, are into the same things as you, it's just going to feel so much better. But it's also good to get to know people that, of course, aren't into the same things as you. You can learn a lot. Okay, let's say, for example, you know, I'm into, like, you know, I want to talk to other spiritualists, right? But yet I may need to talk to someone that's into real estate. You know, I want to learn about land and land patents, and I want to learn all about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to have a good, how do I say it? You want to have like your own soul group, but yet it's also good to still be open to getting to know other people that are out there, because whatever they are professionals at, you may need to know that information as well. So don't close yourself off just because this person's on a spiritual doesn't mean I can't be their friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully that makes sense. It's good to kind of educate yourself on certain things that you're unaware of, right? You might need to use it one day. You might need to use it. Let's pull up the wheel. Who wants to pull up the wheel, guys? July 26th. Exactly. I'm getting better. Oh, hi, Chelly. Let me see here if I have the wheel up here. I do. So if you guys are new, I always do the wheel. The wheel is all signs from Aries to Pisces. You can pertain this to your big 3 if you would like to, your sun, moon, or rising, to get a full reading if you like. Pepper, this is not a blanket for you to lay on. Come here, chunky butt. Okay. Pepper was giving us her little energy. She wanted to do the reading with you guys. So yeah, so all the way from Aries to Pisces. Now, what deck should I use? Yeah, let's use this one. We haven't used this one. Or hold on, let me think about this for a second. want to do like, let's do an oracle, Chole. Yeah, let's do an oracle. How about that? Or, ooh, you know what? No. Well, no, let's use these. Yeah. Ooh, look, a security at the bottom of the deck. So we're going to use our Destiny Oracles. I love this deck too. So yeah, this will be good because I would recommend do your Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, so we're going to get started, guys. Don't forget everything will be time stamped that we can refer back to it after the live video. We're going to get started with Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or you can even pertain this to the planet. The ruling planet, the ruler would be Mars, right? So you can get some information. All right. Aries. Actually, no, let's keep going. Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I want to see what comes out for each sign. Hey, really only one card. Well, I like it. You've got thriving. You are thriving, honey. Okay. I like this. It's giving enlightenment. It's literally going with the current of life right now. Aries, you guys like to be happy. You like to have fun. You're no longer probably stretching your neck out to deal with BS anymore. It's like you're starting to recognize you just got to leave people where they're at, leave some people alone, and then you also know when to participate with certain people as well. That way you can feel happy. That way you can feel good about yourself and what you have going on. So I really like this energy for you, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You know, in any aspects of life right now, you probably feel really good. So when you start to recognize that you feel really good in many aspects of your life, now you can kind of see with Sun and Leo energy, it's like, now am I going towards my passions? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's my desire now? Do I desire to do something else, you know, since I've mastered something here? Or do I have room for another energy to come in? You know, you might be looking for somebody, you know what I'm saying, a relationship, you know, I'm just throwing it out there. So when you feel good and you're confident and everything's just making sense in life, you might go that route. You might go that route. And finding someone. That might be a theme for you. It's so hot, you guys. I'm roasting. Okay, let's do Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What's gonna come out for Taurus? And you guys, I'm just gonna see what comes out for each sign all the way through the deck. Aquarius. Oh, you're an Aquarius. So we do have, you have courage, okay, Taurus, and you also have wisdom, okay? So I like this. Taurus, you could be going through certain aspects in life to where you're trying to maybe build yourself up. You know, it's very rocky, you know, and the water is crashing up in the waves. So there could be some challenges that you could be facing or some obstacles or some hurdles that you got to get over. And you guys know you always get back on top. Now, in order to deal with these things, this is wisdom, right? You probably have to go real deep in your psyche and your subconscious, conscious, you know what I'm saying? You have to dive really deep. As far as your emotions too, this could be like inner childhood healing or just really dealing with your actual feelings. You know what I'm saying? Really paying attention to how you feel when people, places, and things are around or when these things are happening. You know what I'm saying? You might have a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio around you, or you might have to utilize that energy when you're going through these instances. And Sun's in Leo right now, so that courage and should be like, hey, you know, I'm here. The sun is in the father right now, okay? So it's like father energy. It's giving father energy. So you have to make sure that you take your time with yourself. You know, you could have days where you could cry, where you feel alone, or you feel hurt, mad, upset, but you have the courage to still stand on 10 toes and put your crown back on. So I feel like for some of you guys, this could be like emotionally, you could be feeling something based off of whatever type of situations that you could be dealing with in life right now at this time. So take it easy with yourself, okay? Or it's really telling you to actually tap into your emotions because, you know, Tauruses, some of y'all don't like to really talk about feelings like that. It's like more private, like with your person. But you might have to like really tap in. You might have to close some things out. You might have to activate. So like I said, everybody's heart chakra will be activated. Okay, let's do Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Your sister-in-law is a Taurus. She's a little down today. Yeah, see, there you go. I felt that in the card. There's a lot of dark energy. And you got to know, Moon is in Scorpio right now. So everyone could feel off because the Moon is in an uncomfortable state right now. So if you're already going through something, plus adding in Moon and Scorpio, it can really make you feel like, oh, like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? So we gotta let this pass until the Moon goes into Sag. So Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Now, interesting, the wisdom card for you came out in reverse. I feel like your Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, your emotions can be all over the place, honey. Okay? It's giving, there's something that needs to change. Okay? Ooh. You could have a lot of water, too. You could be good. This is a wisdom card. So it's like, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, use that intellect. You know what I'm saying? Deal with your emotions, but sometimes with that a lot of water, you might have to use this Sun and Leo energy to add a little fire. You know what I'm saying? To that, you might be too much like getting washed up in a current somewhere as far as your emotions or your feelings, or you know, it's like you could be overthinking or overanalyzing about a situation that's playing out in your life, or even something within yourself, something that you're doing. So you have to either, hopefully you're working on changing yourself, or you know that there's something that needs to change. And when the change card comes out like that, it's a drastic one because you have this cloud that's like over you right now. You have to really, really think about this. Really, really think about it. Because if, let's say, like I was talking earlier, I don't know if you were here earlier, if you were watching the collective energy, I was talking about sometimes we could be attached to people, places, and things that may not be good for us. So really recognize that. If you are a Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising that's in your emotions or your feelings, or you feel like it's just like 1 minute you're this and 1 minute you're that, you're just kind of all over the place. You know, it's like you don't know which Gemini you want to be. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like hopefully you're changing for the better. Hopefully you are making certain changes for yourself to where you can, you know, turn it into some wisdom, honey. So you could also be learning something, okay? You could be learning something, but remember, when you learn and you read something, you got to take action on that and play it out in your daily life. You could know so much information, right? You could be reading something. You could be like how you're just watching my video right now, or you could be like gaining knowledge from a person. You could be in school, you can have classes, but it's like if you don't actually use it in your life, it's not going to turn into any type of wisdom. So you might have to, that might be a message too, okay? It's time for a major change. Something might be shifting for you, whether it's a person, place, or a thing. This could be moving, this could be having different social group, or a lover, or a job, or a location. Like you may need to change locations. You may need to take a vacation. you might gotta go somewhere, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, take it easy if you're in a flood of emotions, but still allow yourself to cry. But remember, an idle mind that doesn't do anything, that's a devil's playground. So you got to really be careful, and really be careful if you're calling in anything to help you with that. You might be in a whole detriment to where you just need to call on your higher self, and that's it. Okay. Moving on, Cancer. No wonder she didn't pick up my calls. Aww. Yeah, some people don't want to be bothered when the moon is in Scorpio. And some people do, because the sun is also in Leo. So, But remember, the moon is how we react and respond. So think of Scorpio secretive, kind of like in the cut, very observant. You know, some people are handling this energy different than others, okay? Cancer, sun, moon, or rising. Cancer, sun, moon, or rising. I feel like it's a 2-card game today for everybody. Cancer. So you have transformation. I love this for the butterfly. And then you also have blessings. We say blessings over here because we ain't trying to be less than anything, okay? But you get the gist, right? So transformation. Cancer, a lot of changes happening. A lot of changes, a lot of good changes. Because you have that rose, the rose petals. You already are out of the cocoon phase. This is like you releasing a new version of you. You're living in it right now. You're being it as well. You're acting on this character that you could be right now with this transformation card. And it's working for you. Why? Because it's bringing on the blessings, right? You could have someone giving you, this is a bird, so talking to you, like giving you information, or you're feeding your mind some information, having those cosmic conversations that could be playing out for you. More flowers too, like people giving you gratitude and you also reciprocating that energy too within the midst of you speaking to people. Or this could be someone actually saying, hey, I booked you a flight, I want you to be on my show the next day, you know, something like that. But this is you like really accepting. This is also you grooming yourself. Self-care, super key right now. Self-care is key. Yeah, you're out of the cocoon phase. It's like you're not afraid to shine. You're not afraid with the Sun and Leo energy to grab the mic and hop on stage, kind of a vibe, because that's like Leo energy, right? Spotlight's on you, okay? This is why you're receiving lots of things. You're flowing. You're going with the current, with this water energy, like the water you are, honey, okay? So this is beautiful. If you're not in this energy, it's time to do some transformation. So always take it how I say opposite if you're not feeling this. You could be in the detriment. You could be in the lower octave of a Cancer, and it's telling you, hey, there's some things that you need to transform and change within self that way you can receive blessings if you're not in that state right now. But if you are, kudos to you. This is a very good vibe. I like it. You know, whether you're Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, many deep transformations that could be occurring within you. And also give yourself your own flowers. Be proud of where you're at now. Like really sit there and write down your small wins, your big wins. Really sit down, look at where you're at as far as your goals. Are you halfway there, quarter way there? You completed some things, achievements, you've unlocked some things. Really take time and really remind yourself of that, because life can be moving so fast we just kind of forget, right? So Leo, happy solar return to all my Leos. I did a video for you guys. Hopefully you guys watched that. I did a special spread for y'all and the collective. So go watch that video if you have not. So this is for my Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And my cuspers too. You could have been a Cancer, Leo, cusper. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Ooh. Hold on, y'all. We got one on the phone. Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Security, fire energy, courage, and also voyage. This is a lot. They said it's my birthday, it's my solar return, so I get 3 cards, right? 3 could be a number for you too. Celebrating, creating your surroundings. That's a number of creation. 3rd house energy, communication as well. Anyways, a voyage. Leo, you could be going places. You may feel the energy of, you know what, everything's kind of working out for me. Or you could literally be traveling, or it's telling you to actually travel. What's up, Pepper? Where are you at? Oh my gosh, you're crying. Hey, come here. So sorry guys. So you need to have the courage to maybe do some new things as well, okay? You could also be, because you have the courage card here too, you know, whatever challenge you face, I feel like you have that fire energy to get over it and get through it. This is giving me more positive energy instead. Like, it's like whatever comes your way, you use your rainbow energy to get through it, to get over that hurdle. You know what I'm saying? Even though it could be a long journey, whether this has to do with health, wealth, you know, mind, body, soul, mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever you're dealing with, you're getting through it. Also too, I feel like whatever voyage this is, like you could be going on business opportunities, or they could be arising for you. Some opportunities as far as when you do travel, you could be traveling for business and pleasure. That's a good thing. On ways on how to secure the bag or build security and safety and building your foundation, things of that nature. That could be a focus for you during this time. You know, it's like with that fire energy there too. Leo likes to keep things lit, so you might just be like, I feel like you have a balance though too. So, you know, whenever there's too much fire, you're utilizing that water energy, right? And then vice versa. So I like that too. That's there as well. With passion, whatever you're passionate about, whatever gift, talent, or skill set you have, or whatever you're going after, I see good things happening for you here. Okay, it's going to take you to high places. Whatever it is, like pack your bags and go. It's giving vacation. It's giving, you might be changing locations. Like let's say if you're an entrepreneur or a CEO, big dick energy, and you own a business, you might be owning multiple now. Or, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like something is moving for you. It feels very beautiful. And you're like, you know what? I don't care. Whatever comes my way, whatever rocks are thrown at me or whatever tomatoes are thrown at me, I still have the courage to fight. I'm still going to keep going, you know, no matter what it is, that whatever aspect could be playing out, whatever challenge or square opposition that you're faced with, you just, like, you still keep going. You don't care. It doesn't stop you. I like that. Pepperoni. Can we move just a little? All right, guys. Let's do Virgo, sun, moon, or rising. Yep. Oh my God, it's my sister. I read that. Virgo, sun, moon, rising. How are we feeling? So remember, we have Mars in Virgo, guys. I did a video on that, so watch that. The planet of action. Ooh, Virgo, are we to ourselves? Like, what we got going on? Okay, there we go. Virgo, sun, moon, or rising. Let's see what we have here. Oh my God. So loud. Jesus Christ. Okay. So Virgo, ooh, we have leadership for you, okay? And then you also have forgiveness. So who do you need to forgive, okay? Hold on, let me close this. Way too loud. Jesus Christ. Okay, so you may need to forgive somebody along your journey, okay? Remember, our relationships are being tested right now at this time, so you definitely might have to forgive somebody for something that they've done, something that has occurred. That way you can free yourself. Why? This is like, again, it's happening, you guys. I'm seeing a plane every 2 minutes, literally. Anyways, so as far as the whole forgiveness factor, you know, sometimes I feel like Virgo, y'all never forget of what happens. Y'all hold on to receipts and everything, like literally, and you use it as insurance for later. So I feel like with this energy, Virgo, you may have to forgive someone so that way you can move on. That way you can have, like, you know, the lights can be shined on you. That way you can feel a little bit better about whatever it is that you're tapping into. Whether this is a relationship, whether this is a business partnership, there's someone that you got to forgive and move on, because you could be holding on to their energy, or their energy could be attaching to you. Look at that dark energy. You have to release it. Let it go. Really let it go. And I feel like, really think about this when the moon's in Scorpio right now. Write it down, who this could make, you know, who this might be. Okay? You know who it is. You know who it could be. Write it down. And then when the moon goes into Sag, it's like, free yourself of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, really do that. And really make a solid, sound decision to do that. You also have, like I said, leadership that came out. I mean, Virgo energy, you guys are like the teachers, the scholars, the CEOs. You're teaching somebody something, or you could be learning something during this time. But I feel like here, You know, you might be giving a cold shoulder to certain aspects of life. Like, let's say, for example, you're so into your business adventures. You might not be spending too much time with family because you might be traveling so much to where you are being that leader, right? Something's getting a cold shoulder in the sense of that aspect. Or you might just be like in the vibe of, you know what, everything's kind of working out. And you feel this energy. You feel like, yes, I'm on top of the world. Yes, I made it here. Here we are. So like I said, it could be a master teacher of some sort, a scholar, something. I feel like you just, like when people look at you, it's like, ooh, a cold piece of work, because you're honest, you're open, direct, all the things, right? So I feel like it's a good thing. But remember, let those people go. Stop holding on to those receipts, honey, okay? You got to forgive and be the leader, be the example. You might have some kids where you need to be the example for, you know, whatever's playing out. Like if you have a daughter or son, would you want them to keep going back to this toxic relationship and they see you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like really you gotta really be the example, especially when that leadership card comes out. That was for somebody. Okay, next, moving on. Pepperoni. Okay, Libra, sun, moon, or rising. Libra, sun, moon, rising. Pepper, you're really like, she's on my little mat as if it's like a blanket. Making it real difficult over here. Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I just have to move a little bit over this way. Okay. So, Libra. Damn, everybody, this Leo, Sun and Leo energies, everybody needs to have a little bit of courage to do something. Okay? It's giving Sun and Leo, right? So that's the courage of the lion, you know. Maybe there's something that you need to do because you also have stand still. Okay? Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Use the courage energy to tap into the new ways of living, okay? There's something that you may need to do differently, but in order to see what you need to do different, message, you gotta really be still. And sometimes being still with self will allow you to see what it is that you need to take action on. Because there could be things that are coming your way and you may be questioning it. How do I go about this? What does this mean? You could be very inquisitive right now. It doesn't have to be a negative thing. Maybe you're just on a journey of learning self. Maybe you're on a journey to where, you know what, I want to like explore something new. I feel this new energy. I just don't know where to put my energy or what to put it into. So, and also Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. If you don't know if you don't know how something's going to play out, you may not act on it. So that's why hence courage comes out, because you could be thinking of, yeah, what if this, like, you know, if it's negative or something like that. But no, be more optimistic about whatever it is, because you got to recognize when we are putting our footprints in the sand and paving these dirt roads or being the 1, 2, 3%, you also have to recognize that sometimes you're not going to have the map. You won't have directions. You're creating it. You're building the blocks in the streets with the lights. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's you. You're doing that. Using your electricity to do that. So please make sure you just utilize Sun and Leo energy as courage to go after your gifts, your talents, you know, gain some new skills. Also to maybe just, you know, Libra, Moon, Sun, Moon, right? You guys are people. You could be people pleasers, or you could, you know, be so focused on someone else or wanting, I would say, like doing things for others. It's time to do something for yourself. Do something for yourself, okay? And make it a positive move. Make it a positive move. That's why the courage is here too. So you have to stand still and figure out what are those things that you want to do. Okay? That way you can activate your North Node, right? And we've got to remember the South Node is in Libra right now. So this could be that feeling of, you know, reevaluating, especially with that Venus retrograding. You could be reevaluating your relationships. Like, should I go back to them? Like, I wonder where they're at. I want to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? You could be really like, it's like, wait a minute, hold on. Stand still and really think about it. Should you really be doing that? You know what I'm saying? Or are you chasing the feeling of wanting to just love yourself harder the way that you probably loved on somebody else? So give that same love to yourself, okay? Moving on, Scorpio. Your brother's a Libra? Oh, nice. Dang, I'm just hitting everybody, huh? Let's do Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And we have Moon in Scorpio right now. How y'all feeling out there? This energy is familiar for you. So it's just amplified if you are a Moon in Scorpio. All right. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Dang. Probably because the Moon's in Scorpio right now. You got 4 cards. I thought Leo was going to have that bagged. Okay, so you've got focus. Okay. You also have truth. Makes sense. Moon in Scorpio. Also transformation. 8th house energy. And you also have thriving. So I love this for you guys. Okay, let's talk about it. So you guys could definitely be focused on transforming your life mentally, physically, emotionally, okay? Or you could be going through a transformation at this time. It's like you're trying to be honest with yourself during this time, where Spirit is telling you, like, hey, you need to be honest with yourself. You know, your higher self, I like to call it. Be honest with yourself. Really focus on the things that you want to accomplish in life. You know what I'm saying? What do you want to do? What do you have going on right now? That way, you know, whatever it is you're tapping into, or whatever it is that you could be doing, this is where an area where you can thrive. You know what I'm saying? What areas do you thrive in? Maybe you don't know where to begin, where to start, because you're in this transformational stage. You could be going through a spiritual awakening or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I would recommend grabbing a piece of paper, writing down all of your hobbies, writing down all of your gifts, talents, and skills that you already have now, and write another list of things that you want to tap into, or you want to learn, or you want to master, right? So then you can kind of like really narrow that down, and you can see where do you want to put your focus into right now, okay? If you don't have one. But if you guys are focused, I feel like you cold piece of work. So this is like you actually really focusing on self and probably cold to the world. You might not be on social media a lot. You might not be focusing on your friends too much, or your family too much, or any type of loving situation right now. It's really like really trying to figure out, being honest with yourself, figuring out the things that you want to do so that you can transform your goddamn life and get it together. You know what I'm saying? So you could be really in your bag, or just really like up here with it, or really here with it. You know, you could be anywhere, right? So I feel like this is going to be a good deal for you. So you could be thinking about all these things right now during this time as well. Okay, so I love it for you, Scorpio. Just take it easy. Take it one day at a time. Okay. So next, let's go ahead. We're going to move along. Sag. Let's do Sag, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Sag, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Fire energy. Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising. And the moon is about to go into Sag, I believe, Friday morning. Sag, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Well, you only got one. Let's see. Ooh, security. Y'all really working on that. I think even Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising got security too. So really focusing on building your foundation, you know, bringing in stability, bringing in security, really working on yourself. You're probably putting all your time and energy into things that you're passionate about, whether this is a person, place, or thing. So with Sag, hey, and you know, like fire, really free, right? You guys like to be free, not inside of a box. So even travel, grounding yourself, getting out, because look at this, it's giving bonfire energy. So it's like, this is how I like to describe fire signs too. It's so funny. So keeping everything going, right? Keeping it lit, you know what I'm saying? Being the life of the actual party. So I like this for you. Very beautiful. Okay, Sag. So keep doing you, whatever it is that you're focusing on, whatever it is that you're into. Okay. Moving on. Let's go ahead and do Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Right? You know Capricorn? Yeah, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, guys. Let's see what we got going on here. Capricorn, Sun, Moon. Oops. Everything's just falling on the floor. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. What do we have for you? Hold on. I'm going to grab that one in just a minute. Give me a second. Yeah. All right, so Capricorn. Ooh, you also got focus. Yeah, focus, thriving. You have simplicity. Okay. You have simplicity. You also have focus, and then you also have thriving. So I like this for you. Right now, you could be focusing on the things that you want to achieve. You could be facing certain challenges, or you could be doing new things to where, you know, it's kind of like, where do I want to go with this? So you could be tapping into that and making everything feel a little bit better for you. Like feeling light as a feather is going to be a theme for you. You know, Capricorns, you guys like to work yourself to the bone. So make sure you don't have too much on your plate and keep everything simple. You want to lighten up your load a little bit. Hopefully you're not doing too much to where, you know when they say like you're tapping into so many different things, like one thing might not get as much love as the other thing. So making sure that you are focusing enough to where you're putting, you know, all of your energy into whatever your craft is or whatever it is that you're tapping into right now, whether this is a person, place, or thing, making sure it gets the same amount of love and attention. I feel like you guys could be doing that because you do have the focus card here and thriving at that. And so, like, pay attention to what it is that you're not doing and what you are doing. Like, for example, if you're a person that you're like, you know what, I work so much better and my focus is so much better when I take a break from social media. Pay attention to those little minor details, because I'm telling you, when you do like detoxes, like from social media or certain foods or people or whatever have you, it's very life changing. It makes a world of a difference. Let me tell you. Okay, next let's do Aquarius. Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. Here's your sign, Abina. Aquarius, where are you? So Aquarius, sun, moon, rising. Let's see what we have for you coming up here. What does Aquarius, sun, moon, rising need to see during this time? Okay. Aquarius, sun, moon, rising. Kind of quiet there, Aqua babies. Gateway. Woo, I like this for you guys. And the reason why is because of the fact that, Gateway, there's so many things that you could be unlocking right now at this time. Pay attention to where your life is going right now if you're Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. Trying to see. It's like unicorn energy. I love this. This is beautiful. This is like you getting out with nature, you traveling, you know, you see how beautiful this looks. It just gives me like this yummy vibe. So what it's saying is like, this is where you're trying to go. Even if you are in a dark, you see the darkness around it, even if you're hopping out of that, you're trying to hop out of the darkness and into the light, okay? What does this look like? Grounding activities or doing grounding things, tapping into your rainbow energy, that unicorn energy. White, this means that, another plane. The color white of the unicorn, symbolizing you're going through a deep transformation right now. It's like, this is when something huge is about to shift for you, aka the word gateway, okay? Another thing that I had for you is like, maybe you need to travel and get away from your current space that you're in. Like, let's say your environment is like, it's kind of keeping you here and you can't really heal, or you're hanging around the social groups where you can't really learn. So you might have to like travel or get away or do something different, go to see new faces and new places possibly, right? To get to where you need to go. So let me go ahead here. So I love this for you. Best sign ever, gang. That's right. So yeah, whether, you know what I'm saying, it's like you're just going towards a better space. You know what I'm saying? You want to have doors and windows open up for you. That way you can actually, you know, accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish and be the best version of you. So I feel like here it's like you're running towards that energy. Any space that feels like it's an opportunity where you can trust them, know them, like them, or it feels comfortable to you. Don't get too comfortable though. But it's helping you to heal. It's helping you to go. It's like you're taking a leap of faith. It's having hope. It's knowing that things will get better, you know, if you are in a tough time. It's like getting out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be in the negative. You want to be in the positive. You want to be in the light. But you do know, you're well aware, since there's a balance here with this dark energy, you know this is what can happen too, but you're more, this is where you want to be right here. That's where you want to be. I see travel. Did I say that already? It's like going towards the light. You know what I'm saying? I like that for you. You are dead on. That's why I'm moving soon. Oh, boom. It came out in the cards, honey. Okay, Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. Pisces, sun, moon, rising. The last one, y'all, and then I'm going to cut off here. I may go live later. We'll see how I'm feeling. I might go live on my other channel. Who knows? All right, Pisces, sun, moon, rising. What do you need to see? Pisces, sun, moon. Okay, that's it. So you have wisdom, okay, and you also have leadership, okay. So leadership actually came out like kind of crooked, like this, reverse. So I kind of would say there's some change that's happening as far as the leadership qualities, right? So what does this look like? With having wisdom. So Pisces, we know you're a water sign, you're deep energy like that, of things of the sort. So you could have been on a learning quest or tapping into learning something, Pisces, sun, moon, rising. Or really your mind is there. Like your mind is in a deep space talking about esoteric information, metaphysics, whatever it is. Like you're going there. You're really discovering and learning new things. You know how they say like, we don't know what's in the ocean. You finding out what the hell's in the ocean, right? Like you're going deep with it. Whether this is emotionally, mentally, physically, it's giving mermaid, it's giving, love it for you. But having this come out sideways as leadership, there may be something that you may need to take leadership on or with. Like, for example, whatever wisdom you do have, you know what I'm saying? You might be needing to teach these things, right? Being a leader of that or being the example of whatever it is that you were tapping into, whatever you're learning. Whether this is mentally, physically, emotionally, there's something there that maybe the world needs to see. Maybe the world needs to know this information for you. This also too, it's like a change is coming. So there might be something changing within as far as if you are like a business owner or if you're a manager or somewhere of a high stature at your job or your career, it's like something's changing for you, or you're going through that change right now. You could be going through that right now, or people could be going to you for advice or going to you to gain some information or wisdom from you. Like it's like people see you as that, like the smartest, smarter than the average bear. People can see you like that. So that is it, guys, for your spread. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tap in, turn on. I love all of you guys for chilling with me, hanging out soon. I appreciate every single one of y'all that support the channel. It means the world to me, especially when you guys hang out with me. You can follow me on my other social media platforms. Don't forget, you can visit me at vixenafdark.com. I'll be over there setting out personal readings. Oh, I sent out orders. And also check your emails. And I love you guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.